I didn't believe it would ever come down to this. But I can finally say, tired and burnt out on anime games. Like, they really piss me off right now. And if it's not from the game, it's from the community. And it feels like everybody after 2020, a lot of them have lost the ability to have a nuanced conversation of, oh, this is bad, this is good. It's either something's peak or fucking garbage. And when I grew up with anime games, we were younger. We were growing up and evolving with these games the same way they were making games. Anime games to me right now, I'm getting burnt out the same way Pokemon has done for me at a point in my life. What I'm saying is not that I'm growing out of Pokemon or anime games, but as we grow older and our standards change for these games, we just want these products to be better. And the honest truth, with the state of anime games, a lot of them do a lot of cool things, and a lot of them fuck up in a lot of other areas. Anime games is like going to like a 5-star restaurant, but they forgot the spoons and fucking forks. Like, it's like going to the zoo with no animals. So I'm here to talk to you guys about the state of anime games, and a lot of anime games are continuing and more are coming out, and everybody got their eyes on the big one, the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. I'm not overhyping Xenoverse 3 just yet. I'm excited for it, don't get it wrong, but there's elements of Xenoverse 2 that I personally did not like. Xenoverse 2, for me, the main thing I hated about Xenoverse 2 was actually playing the game versus other players. I also didn't like when they added limit burst mechanic. I was like, I ain't this not what I want to play in a Dragon Ball game for my taste. But in Xenoverse 2, you had moves that were desyncing, hits that didn't look like it's supposed to appear, bad hitboxes. Funny enough, I've never said this publicly. I think I dislike Xenoverse 2's PvP gameplay more than Naruto Storm 4's on a technical standpoint. And the one thing Xenoverse 3 has to do for me, which I won't know till I actually get the game at home, is most of those problems can be fixed if they have good online. Even a sliver of maybe like a My Hero's All's Justice netcode or something better than what Sparking Zero had would make me so hyped for that game. If that has rollback netcode, something of that nature, that would blow the game off the roof for me. But obviously the story mode's gonna always be interesting in Xenoverse. Create a character is always fun in Xenoverse, and doing parallel quests with your homies is the highlight of Xenoverse, period. And all you have to do is just make a better, more interesting, well-rounded, and graphically it kind of looks better from the trailer we've seen than the last version of Xenoverse 2 to me. So I'm hyped, but I'm not finna go all in on it till I get actual concrete gameplay for my eyes to see. And even then with Dragon Ball games, like, I'm hyped, but I have to play them to be like, I like this. And I don't want to fall in a Sparking Zero situation where I was telling y'all not gonna like a lot of the gameplay mechanics like that when I went 4 or 5 months beforehand at an Evo before the game released. I know more than likely Xenoverse 3 will be at Summer's Game Fest or something like that, probably. That's how Bandai usually go crazy with their games. But I just really hope at the end of the day that is the anime game for people, because a lot of people's hopes and dreams has been shattered after the next game I'm gonna talk about, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Now, I haven't talked to y'all about this game, but I do think Sparking Zero has gotten better ever since the initial release date of the game. I want to say that, like, what was it, early 2025 update made the game way more tolerable for me. Sometimes I check in there and play it a little bit. I'm like, all right, this is a little fun. With Sparking Zero, my thing, why I can't play it all the time, I think super counter has to be deleted from that game. That mechanic doesn't need to be there. And even if it is there, I'm not a fan of like mechanics being derivative of just using the analog stick to counteract or hit away and stuff like that. Controllers cost $70, dog. I'm not finna do super count. I'm gonna just let you have that shit. That's how I play Sparking. Not doing it unless I'm about to die. That mechanic is very weird. Why wasn't it not a button press? But Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is getting a huge update, and instead of making a Sparking Zero 2, they're already working on a huge overhaul and Neo expansion for Sparking Zero, which in that case, that game will potentially be freaking peak or way better than the launch version that people have of it. I think when that content, that DLC drops, y'all should log back in. Plus, they finally gave me the thing that I feel like was missing from Tenkaichi. I love Super 17. I know he's an android, but he was a part of my childhood with that game, especially with Tenkaichi 2 and 3. He was one of my favorite characters to play. There's a whole bunch of others too, but that's the one that was like, dang, you're not gonna have a Tenkaichi game with the boy. He was like The fun, he had one of the coolest moves with the with Sparking Zero, there comes the first game that I think has fallen to 0. And I have to give it to Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. Globclu recently made a video about the state of Naruto Storm Connections, and he did a really active test of the game, especially on PlayStation and PC. Thank God somebody came with a formula talking about actual dead games. That shit pisses me off on YouTube. That makes me angry. The reason why I'm bringing up Storm Connections at this point is because there was some rumors and talks of Naruto Storm getting some update or some huge overhaul for the future of the game, or people keep asking for a season 2 of that game. And I think it could happen, but like, if we being honest, hell no, not at all. Y'all did not support Storm Connections when it came out. Y'all hated on it when it came out. Rightfully so, it did deserve it. Don't get it twisted. I'm not defending that. But my hot take is I kind of like the gameplay a little bit more than Storm 4 a little bit in some areas. And that's a lot. That ain't really a bar for me personally. I'm speaking for myself. People keep asking for a season 2 of Storm Connections. And I'll be real honest with you, unless for 2 things. Number 1, we get the anime back, which we have no signs of hearing Boruto coming back or no Blue 2 Vortex anime adaptation. And then 3, Bandai said so, do something with this game. And the way they literally did Storm Connections, as a fan of the series, it's a pretty much here nigga damn. Honestly, if I had to be honest with y'all, please ask for something else other than Naruto Storm. Because you know what we left with? The game that's actually gonna probably outlive Xenoverse 2 Legacy. Naruto to Boruto, Shinobi Strikers. I think once Xenoverse 3 comes out, if they're still updating Shinobi Strikers, that is the new GTA of anime games, how people compare it to how long it's been around. Shinobi Strikers started out very rough. However, I will say I have to even give credit to it. The game has came a far, far way since that original, 2017 or 2018 when it first dropped. People are still playing it. They still getting updates and characters to the game. And if you look at Naruto realistically, they got like a hella characters they can keep adding for the next 10 years of Shinobi Striker. People that do play it still play it. It's kind of crazy. The only frustrating thing about the game for me personally, that it doesn't have lobbies. I would love to run Shinobi Strikers tournaments because that game is our anime Overwatch-esque. That is our closest to it, and it has like different customization and loadouts you can do. I would even love to put Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers in the AGC. People that don't know, that is the anime game community. Join the Discord down below to get updates and find games on all tournaments and everything else in between. Also, if you ever feel like a game's dead, you could go in that Discord and ask somebody in those respective channels, and you'll probably find games within probably 5 to 10 minutes, or depending on the day, maybe an hour at worst. I think that game just gonna keep on going. It's never gonna die. You feel me? It's never disappearing. But the next part of this video is a game I really want to dedicate a segment to, because I honestly think this is one of the craziest arena fighters to release recently. And I'm saying recently because it just came out on PS5. Shout out to Star Wars. Star Wars essentially is an arena fighter that plays like Mbon or Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme Versus. If you know ball, if you like anime arena fighters or games that feel very close to melding the in-between between the arena fighter and fighting game, this is peak. The hardest thing about the game is the movement, but once you learn the movement down, you get the pace really well. Once you get the movement down and how you should move and attack, the game is one of the most addicting in the space and genre personally. The best way I could describe it is like playing Melee Day 1 and feeling like you feel like cheeks, and then playing Melee Day 7 and now you wave dash and wave shine and wave bounce and doing all that shit in the game. It's one of the most fun experiences ever in the history of arena fighters. The cool thing about Star Wars is that the game is free to play. It just released recently, at least a month-ish ago, or maybe even sooner. And the reason why I decided to check it out was that it had Black Rock Shooter. You guys don't know Black Rock Shooter, you just don't know ball. You just had to be there. I played the game and I have to apologize. I'm so sorry for not talking about this sooner. I failed the city. I failed the city. This should have been a video long fucking time ago. It's probably the most fun to me since probably Kill I Kill If. Now we gotta get to the unfortunate, the games that I don't even think is trash, but it's frustrating. This is the most frustrating anime game to me. After the peak of the season, after the peak of the final season, I love this game and I love playing it. There are so many problems with My Heroes All's Justice on a gameplay level, community level, and content level. On the community level, I hate how the community treated My Heroes All's Justice. Now, if you're on PC, it is deserved. The PC port does suck. And I don't think they 100% fixed it either, so I feel bad for the PC player base, and I understand y'all anger. However, from a package standpoint, the stuff that the anime game community and space for various different games complain about, it is all there in My Heroes All's Justice. You have your lobby system, you have your story mode, and it's not a storm story mode, but it's done better than most anime game story modes. You have your online ranked, you have over 30, 40, 50 plus characters, and they all have some uniqueness to them instead of just being that one button drone, unless you play on the simple, but you get the point. But there's a divide. There's a whole player base that for a long period of time, the longer you have your hands on the game, you start to realize you value some things and love about a game. You grow to love it, and when you get the new one, you don't mess with it. A lot of people honestly feel like this game is a downgrade from My Heroes 1's Justice 2. In some areas, I feel that way. In some areas, hell no, All's Justice does clear. But in terms of like the gameplay feel and what the community generally loved about, especially the comp side of things, most of them generally favor 1's Justice 2 more. People feel alienated or feel like this is not for me. There's gonna be a new breed of players, new cycles. People playing this for the first time, probably gonna find a scene to get into it. That's the video for you. Join the AGC, you might make some new friends along the way. On the content level, this is the thing that irritates me the hell about this game. When I did that big My Hero tournament, I put a lot of sponsors and stuff on the line to get that going, and people was actually adding to it. I ain't asking for $1 million from the video. I ain't expecting that, but like you would like to make some revenue and not have to about the claim and stuff on it. I'm not gonna explain how YouTube works, but there's a huge problem with My Heroes All's Justice. The music is kind of like copywritten, and like they didn't whitelist creators or nothing, stuff like that. So it's like, I don't want to cover it, and you can't turn the music off on PS5. Why do you have a volume slider if I can't turn the shit off? That's why I brought up the Gordon Ramsay analogy earlier in the video, because they be doing everything right, but then they be missing dumb shit, and I just get annoyed. The older I get, I'm like, why? I don't even want to play this. I have other games I like. So that game is just in a very weird spot. And the one thing I hate about this game, please, I don't even think this is a Bandai, it's just a biking issue. Y'all hear me good. Stop shadow dropping fucking characters. Let us know when characters are coming out 3 weeks beforehand. That's why I don't like doing DLC videos for characters, because I don't got time to prep and I be doing other stuff. That's one thing that pisses me off, bro. Let a nigga know a week beforehand. They dropped Nana Shimura, and that's one of my favorite My Hero characters by design. I just love the essence and aura of the character. I don't want to talk about the shit because I'm like, hey, don't even get me started on how like people have different versions of the game, can access it early. And woo. But actually, the better version of this isn't My Hero Academia. It's not a Bandai game. It's actually Sega's. Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles 2. It's so fucking peak. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not the craziest Demon Slayer fan. I have some problems with Demon Slayer in terms of what the author said. I won't go into that because y'all gonna argue with me in the comments. But this is the way better version of this game. Especially, it looks pretty. Story mode is honestly way better in my honest opinion. Even though I like My Hero more than I will ever like Demon Slayer. Problem with Demon Slayer, the problem with TC2 is that they won't catch up to the times, but they can catch up to the animations. And that's what pisses me off about their game. I get it, they want the casual fans to be happy, they want the cinematic story modes. That is a big selling point of why we even still play CC2 games. But can y'all please get with the times and start adding rollback and crossplay into y'all game? Why y'all still making games like it's 2011? I'll be nice, they're kinda at like the 2016-17 age caught up to video games, while everybody and fighting games and multiplayer games are in like actually 2025, 2026. Demon Slayer CC2 games can honestly be some of the biggest anime games and probably even breach out into the fighting game space, honestly. Y'all don't know, I believe Demon Slayer 2 is at EVO 2026 in Las Vegas in person. Shout out to Magnus for doing that. But it already has over a K prize pool pot, crowdfunded by himself and the community in some ways. Do you know how crazy that is? That is the first anime shonen arena fighter that getting support by the players. Imagine if Sega was there and had a tournament for, or they had like a promotional event at these events. I don't know. That's just me dreaming, tunnel visioning. But they games could honestly breach up there. And I'll stand on this. I have to put this out here. I haven't actually publicly said this. CC2. If I have a time machine, I will go back and slap the hell of you for how y'all treated All-Star Battle R. If y'all was at Evo that year, this is the accurate depiction of the line. Every game that was there, everybody was going to judge them like, this game's cool. Then they would ask somebody like, they would ask community manager, I know who it is at the time. They would ask and I would look and she was like, does it have crossplay? No. Does it have rollback? No. Then the game didn't release with fucking lock. Ooh, I want to snap the neck, bro. It gets me so hot. That is why I don't fuck with CC2 games. I'm a hater. I don't care how pretty they are. Till they learn how to make an actual good product outside of just some cinematics. Demon Slayer, I'll give them gameplay for once, but it is what it is. But Demon Slayer 2, I have said this multiple times, it's the closest game I've got to feeling like Storm 3. It's just Demon Slayer, not Naruto. And I am biased on that. Okay, lastly, we have to talk about this game, and a lot of people have been asking me about it. Bleach Rebirth of fucking Souls. Now, Bleach Rebirth of Souls is in a very weird state right now. The last patch kinda was very weak in a lot of ways, but it was better than the early patches of the game in my opinion. If I can remember off the top of my head. I don't want to go into that. I already said my gripes with Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Number one, I just don't like the Kompaku shit. Make it 3 health bars, doing injustice. I just not a fan of that. I don't like that system. Problem with the game, if I go deep into it, I'm gonna just summarize it. If you're losing, you're probably winning. I don't like comeback mechanics, and that was literally how every match almost felt at some point. People was playing very corny for the type of game it was. I didn't like it. And you can call it a skill issue, but problem with Bleach Rebirth of Souls is I honestly think there is a chance of Bleach Rebirth of Souls to get an update for season 2. Now, when the anime airs and we don't get nothing around the final season of the anime coming out and stuff like that, it's cooked. Honestly, if they had the energy and time to do it, I would just make a second one, revamp some of the systems, right? And then show that you have the online lobby with the spectating in there. They could do like the Fullbringer Ichigo arc and 1000-Year Blood War, add more characters, call it a day, and just make it a way better game. Simple as that. That's all I could ask for. Also, I want to say that I like the game, but I do have my gripes with it that it's not my favorite. Like, playing neutral is good. The bare minimum part of the game is good. It's the system mechanic that I actually can't stand how that functions. And lastly, the next big game y'all probably wondering about is the hidden ones. I haven't gotten the chance to talk about the hidden ones. And I think hidden ones should be out sometime this year. If it doesn't come out this year, if we don't get an update at least by the end of Summer's Games Fest, I'm gonna be honest with you, my thing is fading. My whole honest truth about that game is that I didn't like the no blocking side of things. That is a big thing I don't like, but the game itself is outstanding outside of that one gripe. And compared to all this other BS we've been playing, hidden ones might be top 1 in terms of arena fighter stuff. I won't say it's better than Star Wars. I like Star Wars a lot more, but hidden ones, that's it. That being said, I think I'm gonna just talk about the state of anime games right there. It's looking kind of rough, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel if you wait through it, and hopefully these companies, these developers lock the fuck in. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button, like, and I'm out. Peace.